Welcome to Daily Devo. I'm Pat. Today we're going to talk about Meek isn't weak. I have often referred to the gospel or the good news of Jesus as an upside down, backwards, inside out message. It seems like Jesus spent a lot of time trying to reframe the lens you and I see through. Jesus takes our worldview, our beliefs, our outlook on life and turns it upside down, backwards, and inside out. He said the first would be last and the last would be first. He said the lowest would be the greatest and the greatest would be the lowest. He said if you want to live, you have to die. That's upside down, backwards, inside out. Jesus really gets crazy with this upside down, backwards, inside out thinking in this message he gives on the side of a mountain 2,000 years ago. We call it the Sermon on the Mount. In the beginning of it, Jesus starts listing attributes or character qualities for those who claim to follow him, the qualities that we should have. And some of them will leave you thinking, what? Take, for instance, Matthew 5, verse 5. Jesus says, God blesses those who are humble, for they will inherit the whole earth. Another translation actually said, blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. I never ever as a young boy had dreams and aspirations of growing up to be a meek man. I wanted to be a warrior. I wanted to be an athlete. I wanted to be a king. But meek? In fact, for me and perhaps some of you, the word meek sounds and feels a lot like a word that rhymes with it. Weak. Face it, meek and weak seem to coincide, don't they? Top that all off with Jesus telling us that these meek people are the ones that will inherit the earth. What? You see, here's what Jesus is saying. He's actually quoting Psalm chapter 37, verse 11, and the context of that psalm indicates the meek are those who wait on the Lord or rely on the Lord. These are people who recognize they are insufficient to cope with the pressures and the complexities of life, and so they lean into God. Do you see it? Do you get it? Meek and weak don't go together. Jesus is trying to get us to understand that there is a quiet confidence in the meek person. The meek person isn't lazy or timid, but instead they recognize that God is large and in charge, that God is in control, that God's got this. And so the meek have this quiet, steadfast confidence, not in themselves, but in their God, who is bigger, stronger, wiser, greater, and more awesome than anyone can imagine. We might say that meekness is strength under control. In fact, the ancient Greeks used this term meek to describe a wild horse that was tamed. And so, get this, it isn't weakness, it's channeled strength. Meekness is controlled strength. So Jesus is saying, blessed are those, or happy are those who choose to put their confidence in God and not themselves. Happy are those who choose to lean into God, to trust God. Let's today, you and I, choose to lean into God and live out this confident, gentle power called meekness. Why? Well, why wouldn't we exhibit a confident, gentle power if we really believe that our God is truly large and in charge?